So, hi everyone. Now that you saw how the first round went, so I'm Marian-Andrei Rizoiu. The title of this short presentation is Understanding YouTube Popularity Dynamics. And rest assured, this is the last serious slide of this talk. So the organizer asked to say a couple of words about ourselves. So I'm going to be starting with that. First, I'm from Australia. But that being said, the second thing is that most of my friends think I have a dream job. Because most of my day job is actually just looking at YouTube videos and occasionally reading Twitter. But while that is not completely far away from the truth, I do address very, very important problems in our modern connected world. So, first of all, I'm interested in this problem over here. So I want to understand why shows like the Gossip Girls do receive. No, I'm actually going to make a poll. So you have the Gossip Girls on the top side, and then you have some serious scientific breakthrough, the launch of a rocket. Who here thinks that the Gossip Girls get more attention in the social media? And let's do it the same thing. Let's cheer. Gossip Girls. Rocket launching. Really?
Sure.
Right. There you go. I want to explain that. Right? So I understand that. And in addition to this, I also want to understand why this fine gentleman over here happens to be the most well-paid singer, and his videos reach billions of views. So let me drive you through a day's work for me, right? So, Exhibit A. Exhibit A is a typical gaming videos. And for those of you who don't know, gaming videos are pretty big on YouTube. There are a lot of them and they get a lot of attention. Also, what is very typical about this video is its popularity dynamics. It sees, it's written right there in green, it sees a lot of attention initially and then people kind of forget about it. That's kind of typical. However, we have Exhibit B. Exhibit B are two songs. I know you cannot read it, so I will read it for you. On the left-hand side, you have Ellie Goldburn, Love It, Love Me Like You Do. On the right-hand side, you have Volt's One Last Night. Now, their popularity dynamics are slightly weird because both of them were uploaded early 2015. However, their initial peak was delayed until February 2015, and also it lasted longer than it usually does. So this one troubled me for quite a while, and honestly, I realized I'm not well equipped to understand why. By the way, does anybody know why? Do you have any intuitions? Let me try this.
50 Shades of Grey.
Exactly, that's it. And honestly, for me, a beer for the gentleman over there, please. For me, I was lucky because my girlfriend is well informed in this area, so she pointed me in the right direction. So there you go, 50 Shades of Grey. Enter Exhibit 3. Exhibit 3 is a less funny video about this girl showing live the effects of narcolepsy. So this one has an even more peculiar behavior where for 3 months it went completely unnoticed, only to see a huge spike during its 4th month. And as a real scientist, I asked myself why, so I went to the source of information where everybody goes, Twitter. So in Twitter, I realized that the number of highly influential bloggers from London, Paris, New York, or organizations like the Women's CEO actually tweeted about this video in order to raise awareness. So this leads to the first conclusion. External influence and promotion seem to be very, very important for popularity. But is that all? Is that all that counts? Therefore, we go to Exhibit D, where we have 2 music videos. On the left-hand side, again, we have our main actor that we want to understand why he is so popular, with his all-time hits, Boyfriend. And then on the left-hand side, right-hand side, we have the Beatles with Hey Jude. Now, I know that quality is one of the subjects where people differ in their opinion, and tastes, we don't discuss tastes. However, if you agree with me, and I think you will agree, there's a clear difference of quality between these two artistic productions. Therefore, this leads to think that videos do seem to have some kind of intrinsic quality to them that needs to be also accounted for. Therefore, last month we proposed a model that links the external factors to the observed popularity through a nonlinear relationship with how people distribute or the social influence. Now, what is inside that box over there are actually 15 pages of math, but all of that math is so that we can do a two-dimensional projection of YouTube videos. And in here, I'm approaching one of the hot topics of today, the electoral elections, and I'm gonna plot on this math, I'm gonna put on this plot 3 videos. The leftmost video is it's an interview of Donald Trump when he was a political video about Donald Trump when he was still a candidate. The center one is a slightly more funny poetry slam, lip-synced between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, and the right-hand side is one of these epic rap battles between them. Really amazing video. Now, the meanings of the axes. The map itself has some very fancy names for the publication. However, let me spell it out because we are in a slam here. The map is called the map of what do people care about. The x-axis is how likely people are to share this video. The y-axis is how likely people are to care about the video. Now, it seems pretty logical so far, so we can even add meaning to it. As you can see, funny goes from left to right. This is not really funny. Well, it depends on your sense of humor, but this is not really funny, whereas the last one is really good. I highly recommend it, while the y-axis is about seriosity. Now, if we are to identify content that is going to become very popular in the future, you would say that the hotspot is right there in the top right corner, because a video right there will be very likely to be shared and very likely for people to care about it, right? So are you ready? Are you ready to know the winner of this collection? Yeah, that's it. So this was kind of, well, a bit, it's not very surprising. However, it really puts in doubt my interpretation of the y-axis, right? So there you go. What I have showed you, where I kind of hinted at, is a principal modeling of popularity. And in case you ask yourself why that hippo is there, come tomorrow the presentation. Disclaimer: it's the mascot. And what I have also showed you in this presentation is empirical proof that people actually care a lot more about a cat wars video rather than, news videos. And with this, I thank you very much. There is a serious part to this work, and you have code, data set, and an interactive visualizer with the cat videos online. Thank you.